But again, we're moving back to our winner's side right here, folks. The so far untouchable AK, PBE AK. Poker face, you know, nothing to show, nothing to show. But again, all actions, you know, for this man right here. But he is facing against one of his long-time rivals in tournament. We have Hapon.
I would say kind of touchable because I mean AK did switch to the Akuma.
Yeah,
The Akuma is untouchable.
Scarred but not wounded.
Exactly.
Right?
The meat shield did its job. Shaheen was able to get a little bit of the momentum away from his adversary and brought out the Akuma. The Akuma is a different story. And I mean, Haji able to bring out the demon in AK, so that's huge stuff. And can I just say, this is a rematch of IESF last year.
That's
where
true.
Hapon did take it over AK. So now, will the same type of magic or fireworks continue? This is definitely something that we gotta take note of.
You know, upper bracket finals indeed here, ladies and gentlemen. Still the IESF Sibol national team qualifiers, and Hapon bringing forward a slew of characters already. Earlier, Poch, we've had the Eddie and the Eddie. You know, but again, he does have a Leroy. We've seen that, a Zafina, maybe even a Noctis every now and then, a Lei Wulong as well.
Yeah, that's a wild one. But now, which one is he going to bring out? Because AK, he just shuffles around the Shaheen, then the Akuma. And this is, I believe this is a race to 3 now.
Yeah, it is. It's winner's final. So whoever wins this is a guaranteed slot in the grand finals. Interesting stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. So again, one of these gentlemen who have already proven time and time again that the tournament is also their, you know, it's their comfort zone, it's their playground. I don't know. At this point, it's a matter of who's better today.
True. Because I mean, you can make a case for all the players here, right? But as of today, especially with how high the stakes are, you really have to be like a perfect player to go up against all these killers.
Again, all these registrants, not a single one of them you can scoff at, you know, realistically speaking, because they did prepare handsomely for this entire tournament. But Geese Howard seems to be Hapon's flavor, and we are at Arena. This could go either way whenever someone can launch. You know, whether that's Shaheen's God Fist or Geese with a meter, because that'll be very, very scary.
Oh, it's terrifying, man. Especially with how, I mean, this stage, right? It's relatively bigger. It's like an extended Dragon's Nest. And either of these guys could just spell doom for each other if they're able to bully against the wall. So now just a feeling out process to start out with Hapon.
Here we go. And the main task right here, aside from winning the round for Hapon, is also uphill because he does have to gain meter. If he enters about the second round without a single bar of meter, it'll still be very, very difficult for him. Now, again, PBE AK, we know that a while ago he was, again, he was wounded, if we may, but not to say that he has not recomposed himself at this point, Watch. Because no damage inflicted. Oh, there, I was about to say that. Half the clock, and then Hapon just, remember what I was saying?
Yes. The circadian
wind-up.
The circadian rhythm of Hapon to be able to do a lot of damage here. But AK, though, 2 for 2 with the DF choose, and now we see AK putting Hapon in the rage.
He was going to go for a wall-to-wall there. Nice stuff. And again, I didn't want to have to be the bearer of bad news, but AK understands how he needs to wind it down. And good stuff. And that's round number 1 with no meter yet.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. You know, AK denying that from Hapon is it's going to build towards his win condition here come round number 2 because he's not threatening with it.
Good stuff. Okay, here we go. And Hapon, again, understanding that he has to do something. AK with the low parry. This is going to be big chunks of meter built right here for Hapon. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to sound? There it is.
And so, yeah, the double Scorpions did get him a sizable lead, but Hapon does have that rage. Oh, sorry, that max meter to use. Soon enough. Oh, wow, gets the mid check there. Hapon taking it back to the center of the stage and pushing AK to the wall.
Good Geese God kick right there, Watch. Now let's see if Hapon will utilize that meter. Again, it just takes one mistake for anybody facing Geese for them to be in absolute world of hurt. 15 seconds. Oh, what a duck and Rising Hawk here, Watch. But drops the combo.
Unable to get it final seconds. They're really taking things down to the wire. Hapon also obliged to get rage. Follow it up. And now 4 seconds left. Runs into a low. AK gets round number 2.
Oh, boy. And again, this is a long, short set here, folks. We have a best 3 of 5 for the upper bracket finals. So So even if, say, AK gets game number 1, Hapon does have a bit of wiggling room, you know, to understand what went wrong and maybe change characters. But again, too early to tell. Let's see. Hapon does have two sticks of butter here, Poch, so anything can happen.
I think the best time to use it is now because AK, I mean, it just hurts if you lose the round, lose the match, and you have 2 sticks of butter. Now he uses it against the wall, cancels it right away, burning the 30 seconds left on the clock, and AK has rage.
Here we go. Oh, nice throw escape here from AK. And the handshake, again, a low parry here from AK. Again, understanding probably the habits or the tendencies of Hapon this early on. Is he going to go straight to the wall? Wow, that is a far carry. AK with a highlight reel. Oh my gosh.
Wall-to-wall conversion from coast to coast. AK giving us a highlight game. Someone clipped that. That was incredible.
Over at chat, Maru C, you better still be watching here, my guy, instead of saying unblockable.
Unblockable. But, I mean, I think AK, you know what, the performance the last time, since Hapon did send him out, really kind of shook him to his core because he's definitely a different type of player here in IESF 2023 qualifiers.
Right, and now again, immediately going to character select is Hapon. This means that if he chooses anybody other than Geese, he will be forced to go random. Now, that again is dangerous territory. Say, even if you pick a character that you want, if the stage gods are not in your favor, it might still be an issue.
True. So now everyone's eyes are on Hapon's cursor here, depending on who he picks to dictate the pace of this match, while Shaheen is going to be the flavor of the day for AK. Leroy Smith.
Hey, all right. Okay, going back to a bit of the semi-roots, you know, of Hapon. Good stuff, you know. I find this really, really interesting because there was a point that Leroy was everybody's go-to. So it just goes to show that Hapon still has faith in this character. And truth be told, I did basically just a few days ago with this Leroy. So interesting stuff again. Leroy nerfed, but not unusable.
Balanced.
And definitely. And Shaheen, of course. All reliable for almost every person who has used Shaheen, you know? There's a reason they kind of don't have subs anymore.
He's still a big threat, and we've also talked about how Juker was able to use it.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we're seeing Hapon use it on stream at least, and you faced him.
And in such a long time.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, this is interesting. AK already backing away, but giving away too much is actually really bad because Hapon just wants to bully you over the corner with this character. Again, Leroy has a jack of all trades, man. He's got good punish, he's got good movement, and on the right hands like Hapon, you gotta be careful because he can steal your turns.
Right, and again, Hermit stance really comes into play, not to mention the universal parry of Leroy Smith. And we call it, remember what we called earlier, the technique. But it's a matter of how you use it. Now, again, AK realizing that if you don't get the job done within 30 seconds, it is definitely a different story. Here we go. All the way to the wall.
Yeah, and the fact that he was able to do that, slow things down, just shows the different gears, the different types of pacing that AK can bring to the table. And he's able to tame the Leroy of Hapon, which usually on tournament, he's so aggressive with it. But he's just careful with his approach here.
Okay, beautiful stuff right there. Nice forward 3 attempt from AK. And, you know, again, Poch, it's amazing how these players manage to stay very awake when it comes to the real estate. Now, AK might just be able to bring this to the wall, and he does, as we mentioned, but a little too near, you know, one hit too many. Never mind. This is what exactly he needs, you know. This is gonna be on the wall. No question at all.
True. Unfortunately able to get the double Scorpions, but still, AK wants to close this one out. Good punish onto the launch there. And now AK 1 round away from making it 2-0.
And you know, again, those the Leroy lashing out, basically twisting arrow cannons. You saw how far it pushes back AK, or rather Shaheen, but still gets a launcher out of it. That's how threatening, how scary Altair is.
Exactly. Now Hapon sporting a little bit of movement here, just to get back away from the wall, but the TF2 to be able to launch him, and now solidifying his lead in terms of life as we approach the 30-second mark.
Oh, what a hit confirmed. That is where Shaheen really stings. Watch, like that hit confirmed, it is forever. You can confirm that till Tekken 8. That is
which is confirmed. We have Tekken 8.
Anywho, so this is again very dangerous territory for Hapon. Now that he's down 2-0, he can only pick one character.
And this is tough because it looked like the Leroy Smith pick would work out. AK, on the other hand, just shut that one down. So now Hapon has to think, if we go back to the Keith Howard, he still has the Eddie, he also has Zafina, but I think...
Again, absolutely no shame in that. If you choose to go back to Geese, if you feel that this time around you have the reads, and you learn from those mistakes. Hapon, again, there it is, as we mentioned, locking in Geese, but landing in Sook.
Get ready for the next battle.
This could be a stage that could work out in his favor, because Sook, you know what, small stage. Geese, though, he doesn't mind the big stages, but, I mean, just closing off AK is definitely good. And you denying him, like, just deny him Howard to stay is definitely a good thing. So, Sook would, would this be the last stand for Hapon, or will he be able to extend it for AK to kind of consider changing characters? It only depends on how he's going to adjust towards how the first match went up.
Okay, here we go. And again, irregularly shaped stage. You know, it is rectangular. It is pretty long, but there are those edges you don't want to be in. You know, that's the one thing we have to.
Tangerines, spices. I know those things. They're there.
Those baskets, essentially. And even the way you start the stage, it's never straight.
Yeah.
So you're pretty crooked.
Very hammerhead.
Yeah, true. That's very true. So now Hapon, he does play very, very well at that range. You know, granted the projectiles that you have, you may want to make that space. Now AK, look at this. Hapon turning up the pace here, Punch.
True. AK now is actually in a big life deficit. He is working to try to make a comeback here. So Hapon, in that time he was thinking, might have changed up the rhythm he had, because it is less than 30 seconds left, but he is the one dealing with the damage here.
Beautiful stuff. Nice back one attempt here from AK. Just trying to slow down Hapon. There it is. Air slash. Gets that natural combo in. Now Hapon takes round number 1. Good adjustment of pace here, Coach. I would dare say.
Yeah, and not just that, he's also gained a meter coming to round 2, so he's building that momentum. AK, though, gets a launch to find the wall as well. Couldn't get the conversion he wanted. Finishes the silent flow.
Who does that? Anyways, AK, of course, with that absolute confidence.
AK does that.
He does that. Okay, here we go. Tying in rounds here, Potch. And again, catching Hapon's defense off guard. It's still part of the game, so we gotta acknowledge that. Here we go. And now AK literally punching back when it's... Oh my gosh, it's gonna be huge. Nice meter activation.
Yeah, speaking of punching back, Hapon able to get a huge combo lead there. And AK now is just fighting with his back. Well, figures against the wall, but the DF2 lands. Man, that DF2 has been landing all day.
It has been. And AK actually did a very interesting mini conversion over there, even though Hapon's back was already right next to the wall. So potential set point over here. And again, AK literally just smoking right now when it comes to this winner's side advantage. He really wants that, you know?
He does. Definitely a redemption from the previous year, but Hapon not going down quietly here. AK stalking his prey. He didn't start out quite healthy here, but now seems like Hapon is trying his best to make use of this meter.
Okay, now AK with a bit of a disadvantage here in health, about to enter rage, and Hapon, should he carry this to the wall, it'll be huge, but again, one too many jabs. Oh, but the rage drive connecting AK. Nice conversion, using that 4 as an additional tool.
Whoa, Falcon Shield for the back turn, and the cartwheel.
Oh my goodness.
To close it out, 3 straight to send Hapon to the lower bracket.
Did you see that? Did you see that? He